Alright folks, we are back for round 2. This hand is a little bit weird, probably a chip. I mean the mana is good, hope we don't flood. We are playing 16 lands though, so I'm not too worried. I'm gonna slow roll this runner a little bit. Try to make it a 2-2. As a 1-1 it's really not gonna do much. And best case scenario I guess we draw not a land. This is decent, but I was thinking if we can draw another 2-drop next turn, and we can go Rigging Runner plus another 2-drop, that's quite a bit of pressure. But mostly anything that's not going to be a land is going to be good. Hopefully they don't play a Skyblade of the Legion here, which stop the beatdown pretty efficiently. They are white-black, so they could have Skyblade of the Legion as it is a vampire. Bishop Soldier is fine. I'm gonna happily trade with it if they do want to trade. They don't want to trade. Then I guess we play Rigging Runner. It's enabled now. It doesn't use the mana the best, but it stops the Bishop Soldier. And Headstrong Brute cannot block, so... And we can leave up some mana. So they cannot, they cannot really attack, use Skullduggery or something, because if we are our own Skullduggery, they get wrecked. Oh, they do have Skullduggery. This is a pretty bad play though. I don't like that play at all. I mean, I assume they have a Skullduggery in hand, or maybe Indestructible Trick. Or +2/+2 first strike. The thing is they run into my own tricks. I guess if they have +2/+2 first strike it's fine, because even if I have Skullduggery we trade. So, okay, fine. This play was not too bad. Fathom Fleet Captain in the Vampire deck. It's a pretty good card, so there is that, but... I don't think we attack here. I think we just play Headstrong Brute, hope we don't flood more, and trade the Robber for the Bishop Soldier, and hope they don't have a random Pirate in their Vampire deck. Otherwise we probably lose. Oh, they are playing blue, so I guess there is a higher chance they have Pirates. This thing is threatening as hell. If they ever drop a Pirate, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Queen's Commission, alright. Can't really raise that. No land? Okay, that's not... Oh, that's actually pretty good for us. We can steal the Captain. Now the question is, do we play Cutthroat first, so we can potentially go Taker, play the Captain next turn, and just make it way more likely we... Whoa. That's... Oh, they have another Vampire Seal, I guess. You don't do that, though. I don't like that play at all. If I have, like, there's like something like 7 tricks here that makes their block completely awful. Yeah, I really don't like that move. Alright, oh well. Yeah, I think we just go Cutthroat now, and next turn we can go Taker, take the Captain, just make it sure they, unless they leave up a Reinvol, that they cannot. I guess they do have mana for Reinvol here. Hopefully they just tap for Bloodstained Paladin or something. Death Legion, Dreadnought, that's fine. I mean, it's 4/6 Vigilance, but they have 1 card left in hand, and we are going to make a 2/2 every turn from now on, so... Unless they leave up blockers. So I'm not even sure they get to attack next turn. Alright. The Ostage Y is taken. So they have 2 Vampire Seal, and they are using them pretty... How do you say that? Pretty... What's the word? pretty quickly. They are. I mean, that block was kind of weird on the Headstrong Brute. I don't know about that. I mean, it's not really a 2-for-1 because Vampire is half of a card, but still, they end up trading 4 mana and 2 spell, and at the end of the day, what they get if I have a trick is just one of my trick, and they're left with only 1 Vampire. That doesn't sound too good to me. Huh, you wanna let me make vampires, I guess. Or I guess pirates. Or you have a reroll, okay. And we draw yet another land. Well, that sucks a lot, because I think the opponent played not so well this game. But we might just lose because we drew half of the lands in our deck and only 5 spell. But I mean, it's the game. It is the game indeed. But when they draw 5 land and you draw 8 lands, it's kind of like if they 3-for-1 you, except we just with drawing cards basically. A No-5 would be a pretty good card right now. So yeah, I guess we probably want to leave up the Cutthroat to block Schooner if they draw as a creature next turn. But I really hope they draw a couple lands, because if they never draw lands, we can never come back, basically. We need them to catch on us, land-wise. They probably have 1 in land, is my guess, but 1 in hand, sorry, not land. Looks like they top decked another creature, otherwise attacking with Dreadnought is better than attacking with Schooner. Oh, they can do it this way, yeah, that's a pretty good point. So they can leave up a Vampire back to block. Yeah, we take 4 down to 4. First time I see this card being pretty good. That was what we needed. We probably need to leave another blocker in case. But we probably want to attack with this too. My guess is that their last card is a land. But if they top deck Removal, we need the Chump Blocker. This is exactly what we wanted to top deck though. Blocks the Dusk Legion Dreadnought while applying pressure. And they don't really have any good block for the Headstrong Brute. So yeah, if they have 2 lands in hand and they kind of catched up on land and went up to 8 like us, then I think we are in a good spot. Because they have... Oh, I guess I can animate Schooner, then with Schooner animate Dreadnought and block our Headstrong Brute. But then what happens is that they lose a Vampire and then they cannot do it anymore. Are we willing to trade that for a Vampire here? Probably not, especially after drawing... Well, actually yes, maybe. Just because this thing cannot block. Makes it a little bit safer if we actually make the trade, I think. No, it kinda sucks to make that trade. I think we just play Firebrand Pass. Not gonna drop my Mountain. It means I cannot go up to 5 power, but 5 power doesn't do anything on this board. I don't really want them to know I have, literal nothing. Bluffing with lands in hand doesn't do much. Often you should just play your lands, but if this was a 4-5, I would just play it and not care, because there's a chance I want to make this trade. But as it is right now, having 5 power on that thing is just not going to change anything. Okay, now we have kind of a nice board stall, except we have the recrew going, so it's completely fine with me. We're at 4 though, I guess. They are at 12. They have a bunch of small creatures, so things could go wrong. This was still a pretty good top deck, but I think we're still in somewhat decent position. They want to trade Schooner for Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, it looks like. Or Phasm Fleet Firebrand, I don't know. Interesting. So I guess they have a trick of some sort. I think I'm just happy enough blocking here and there, not doing anything too insane. Do I want to play around +2/+2 to every +1/+1 to every creature somehow? Blocking here then is slightly better. I mean, if they have +1/+1 to every creature plus N and tap, which I could have, they eat my recrew, but there's not a lot I can do, and then we trade. But I don't. If I just block with Cutthroat, we just lose. So it's probably we just lose it. As here, if they have +1/+1 and tap, we at least trade with the Schooner. Looks like they have nothing. Okay, they just wanted to make the trade, I guess, happen. Which probably makes sense since they could go wide with the vampire. As we drew more, man, not so good. Probably won't attack with brute. It cannot block. It's gonna deal 3. Next turn, I guess if they crew attack with everything, it's not good. We just block the Dreadnought, block 2 vampire, take 1. But we need them to have as many lands as we do. One spell is going to be clutch in this game. Like if they top deck a creature and they can attack with everything, we probably lose. Oh boy, that was the best top deck in their deck, most likely. Now they win. Yeah. Alright, GG. That sucks. They won the top deck war, I guess. But I think with a couple more lands, we would have been perfectly fine this game. Okay, dual shot seems good in this matchup. Other than that, I don't think we change anything. Sure Strike not so good against a bunch of 1/1 anyway. Yeah, hopefully just don't draw as many lands. Okay, that's fine. I guess Nest Robber is pretty bad against Vampire. Maybe I was supposed to cut that thing. Still gonna, on the play, still gonna get a couple damage, trade with a 2/2 most likely, so it's probably fine. They went multi-6, put card on top. This is gonna be a tough matchup for us, though I think a good Vampire deck. Okay, that was a pretty good top deck. I mean, I think that's not a land is a good top deck because again, we don't need we never need more than 4 lands. Phasm Fleet Captain again. This is a little bit annoying. Potentially. I guess we'll play Recrew and attack. I'm willing to trade 2 for 2 here. It's not like they can play a 1-mana Pirate and make a token, so we don't have to threaten the double block, and I think I'm willing to trade damage at this stage of the game. I just hope we don't draw any more land. Sky March Bloodletter. Yeah, I guess we attack again, and then we're probably just gonna drop the Cutthroats. Dual Shot is really great in this matchup. Willy Goblin looking kinda bad, but gives us the Hostage Taker if we draw it, so there is that. If they go blue Hostage Taker and we don't top deck one of our Vanquish the Weak, we probably lose. which sucks. Oh, they do have the blue hostage taker, it looks like. We have a decent amount of Revol in this deck, but I don't think we've drawn any Revol yet, which is, I don't know, a little bit unpleasant. They don't have the hostage taker though, otherwise I think they would just have used it and attack with the Fathom Fleet Captain. Heartless pillage me, okay, well that's fine, my hand is pretty bad. Don't really care about these unless I draw my hostage taker. Okay, now we need to keep some blocker, otherwise the thing is gonna get completely out of hand. So we cannot really attack anymore. This was a pretty good draw. Guess now we could just get to attack. Yeah. I don't think they want to trade the Hoarder here because of the Fathom Fleet Captain. I'm playing to hostage taker a little bit, but on the other hand I think we get a lot of value by doing that. If they don't have the hostage taker, they are really under a ton of pressure. We can potentially just kill them next turn if they don't block the Cutthroat, and if they have hostage taker, well, it sucks, but looks like they don't. Otherwise they would probably have played Steal My Crew and, you know, attack me for more. One damage to everybody. Dual shot. That is interesting. I think we just attack and there's a chance they trade the Hoarder with Cutthroat and we can kill them with the Sure Strike, I think is the plan. Whereas if I dual shot the Hoarder, they are gonna block with Bishop Soldier and then we don't really kill them anymore. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna work. Now I guess since we get first strike, it doesn't really matter. We could have dual shot at first, actually. But you know, most likely we win this game. Don't really want to show dual shot, as it is really good against them. We might want to slow roll our hostage taker a little bit and our vanquishes the weak, if possible, because they do have a hostage taker of their own. But there's not like a lot we can do about that most of the time, I think. This is kind of an attrition matchup where, you know, if we draw a little bit too many lands, we're going to be in trouble. If they draw a little bit too many lands, they're going to be in trouble. If you mulligan on the play, you're in a little bit of trouble too. So I guess we got lucky here. Okay, they put the card on the bottom. We have a nice little curve here. Horncrest. Well, it kind of plays well with Wheelie Goblin somehow, because you kind of get a free body to some extent. Vanguard, that's pretty strong card. Pretty strong card. Probably with Direfleet Hoarder actually. And if they attack, I think I'm just taking it. Taking a 3. Probably not gonna go block and make them pay for it. Probably just wanna trigger my Tormentor next turn, that's the thing. If they have that into Bloodletter, that's pretty aggro. Ruthless Knave. It's fine. However, they mulliganed on the play. We're gonna torment them here. We have a pretty nice curve. The only thing we are lacking here is Revolt. But this thing is probably gonna get a nice 2-for-1. Or at least it's gonna make their Knave unable to attack. Vanguard is a little bit annoying, but I think it's not gonna kill us alone. So this is pretty brutal. It's a little bit like they mulligan to 5 here. Now they don't have their land for Hostage Taker if they ever draw it. Oh, we get the 2-for-1. Oh, I guess they are gonna just boost the Knave probably with +2/+2, but you know, it's still a 2-for-1, so it's like and we still have another blocker, so it's pretty good for us, I think, as a whole. Dire Fleet Hoarder of their own. Yeah, I guess we play Bonded Horncrest and pass. If they kill the Hoarder, we have no good block, but if they kill the Hoarder, what, we take like... take 7, that's not a big deal. I mean, it's a lot, but then we have the second red, we can go Wheeler Goblin, Rigging Runner, Phantom Fleet Firebrand. I mean, we can do stuff, basically. And if they have no Revolt, well, they have no good attack, really. I guess the Vanguard can attack. This attack is not very good, though. I guess it's fine. We are probably better off blocking the other way around, though. So we play around +2/+2. They, you know, they showed that they have 2 of these. Okay, that's fine. I guess I get 2 draw here. It's kind of slow though, and they still have to pay 4. We get our red, so I think at the end of the day it's a fine trade for us, fine exchange. I'm worried about them top decking an hostage taker at this point, mostly. Because again, we don't have any removal in hand, but since they discarded the island, we probably can... we know they don't have one in hand. This was pretty insane as far as top deck goes. Especially since we can attack them and now we can raise the Vanguard. We put them in pretty bad spots. I think I'm gonna save my captain here. Kinda like the fact that they're mostly tapped out. I mean, Skullduggery doesn't do anything here. Oh, I guess they have a bunch of treasures though. I'm stupid. This play is probably bad. But I guess if they use one treasure to use a trick, then they are not drawing with the knave. But maybe I'm not supposed to do that. Kinda wanna keep the captain around though. And then we can drop Rigging Runner. And now, while being pretty, you know, far behind on cards, they don't really have... They can't really race us with that. We are dealing too much damage. And they don't have the blue for Hostage Taker anymore, which is the biggest threat. And I'm not sure they are playing much more than one island, so suddenly it's looking very good. This was an insane draw. I'm gonna take 3 here, no problem, dude. I guess Call of the... the 3 Vampire Talking thing could be pretty good here. I mean, it would be decent. That's also quite good. But they are just dead on board unless they have something. Okay, I discard even more. I think we just attack with these two. Don't really want to trade my captain. My captain. They have no good block. If we trade captain and then they kill Rigging Runner, we can attack with Hornet Crest anymore. Whereas if I do that, I can still attack with Horncrest next turn even if they top deck a Revol. That's not a Revol. That was a good top deck. So what do we do here? Probably attack with the captain and Horncrest, and then they need to probably trade here, chump that. If we attack with runner too, it doesn't change anything. They trade here, chump here, the same. It's just they eat our runner for free, so we don't need to attack with more. Damn, this card is so good. Each time I drew it and played it, it was so insane. I don't even know, man. I have no idea why we got it past 4 speak. That doesn't make any sense. each time we played it was so insane. And like, even if you are not playing a pirate deck, even if you play it in, I don't know, I don't even know, anything, a ram deck, it's just like, it's so good. Most of the time it might just trade with their 2 or 3 drop, but you still get a mana out of it, and you can cast a 5 drop on turn 4. I don't know. Anyway, that was round 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Got kinda lucky, they mulliganed twice. Game 2 and 3. But yeah, we got there. Sweet. Thanks for watching, see you for the final.